Hey folks, happy April to you. We're getting there, spring and warmer weather for sure. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying this time of the cycle and just all the things that come with this time of the year. Um, I have a lot of things to talk about this month, so I actually thought I'd throw together an outline and just use that to go through today. There's a bunch of emails flying around, and I just wanted to kind of encapsulate all the things, plus some new things that we all need to be aware of as we kind of go forward with our technology stuff these days. So definitely enjoy things for what they are this time of year. If you need help with anything, you know how to get a hold of us via support ticket or a training appointment. So the first thing I want to talk about is it's actually kind of similar to what we had to talk about last month in terms of the um, privacy agreements that companies do. Google, in this particular situation related to Google Translate, last month we had to talk about a change we had to make because of that. And ultimately, what we have to deal with is that YouTube falls under the same privacy situation that Google Translate did or does. And so, what does that mean? In the near future, not immediately, but in the near future, we're going to need to restrict student access to YouTube. And that sounds like a kind of a big deal. But I think in the grand scheme, it probably isn't. And in many ways, it might be a benefit. Because I know we all have a little bit of a love-hate relationship with YouTube. It's great for interactive videos. It's great for posting content, finding how-to guides, doing tips and tricks. And of course, the fun internet wormholes that we all get into at some point. Downsides are obvious for students. Can be a very distraction based. It can just get in the way of some focused attention. Certainly, there's some objectionable content on there, and we all know what internet comments can be quite a black hole to get involved in. And so there's certainly some negatives and downsides to it. But effectively, what does this mean for us as staff members? When we do make this change, and we'll announce it going forward when we have more plans in stone for it. But what it means is that students will not be able to go directly to youtube.com, whether they try to visit it on their own or try to access it via direct link to a YouTube video. It will not work for them. It will be blocked. What will still work is any video that's embedded in a website platform. And so if you're already used to using Google Classroom and inserting a YouTube video there, if you're used to adding a embedded video into a Google slideshow or a form, all that will continue to work and there won't be any issues there. It's only the idea of directly sending a student to YouTube that will be affected when this change happens. And so if you're not already in the habit, I just want to show you a couple different ways to use YouTube going forward. Start developing these habits now so that when the privacy change goes into effect, it won't change any of the practices that you're doing, and you can still use the platform for what it's good for. So within Google Classroom, and this is probably review for most of us here, but if you're going to post something, they have the option of doing a direct link, or because it's embedded in the platform, you can just do this add YouTube video right here. This add YouTube video will let you either search YouTube or paste in a video link, and it'll bring it in and it'll show live right within the platform. Do that. As long as you do it this way, there won't be any access issues going forward. If you post it with that direct link, that is where you potentially can run into some problems with that. So as staff members, our access isn't going to change at all. We can continue to do what we need to do on the YouTube side of things. This is just affecting student access. And so again, anytime you have this idea to add a YouTube video with this embed option, within any platform tool you use, make sure you use that versus a direct link. Just to kind of reiterate this idea is if you're on YouTube and you want to share this video, there's that share option right below. Don't use the copy link, use the embed. So when you click embed, it gives you this code that you can place into a variety of places should you need to. Again, a lot of the platforms we use have a YouTube option built in, so you don't even need to go to this code step. But that is the method to use going forward. And then we mentioned it last month as a tool, but I just want to reiterate that this is another way to use YouTube, is to use our platform of Screencastify. Screencastify, when you log in, has a premium library section. And what this literally allows us to do is grab videos from YouTube. So if I'm looking for a topic, one of my favorite bands these days, whatever you're searching for, if you paste a link, all the things, you can then take this a video, and you're within the Screencastify program. You can grab it, add it to your library, do the AI assistant for translated captions, and grading if you want to. You can do all of the things that Screencastify allows you to do with a YouTube video, and then you can share this out from there. And because you're not bringing students to YouTube, you're bringing them through a Screencastify link instead, it will certainly work for them. Plus, you'd have all of those features available to you, such as the translated captions, such as the quiz features, etc. from there. So all these tools are available to us now. Get in the habit of using them this way so that when we do that privacy change in the future, you won't be negatively impacted. If you have any questions or thoughts on this, feel free to submit a support ticket and we'll do our best to answer that. And we'll have more information about it certainly as we go forward. All right, the next thing I want to talk about is just some opportunities. We mentioned that there is a few emails that kind of came out in terms of some training opportunities. There was a cybersecurity professional development platform that we've done before in the past. It's available again this year, so if you need some free PDPs, look for an email from Director of Technology about it. There's also a link in the newsletter that we sent out for this, so you can sign up and you have your choice of which session you'd like to do. Can't hurt to have some free PDPs should you need them for any recertifications or just for some good old general knowledge. The other opportunity that is there is for Google certified educator exam codes. Obviously, we're a Google platform. We use all of their tools for education purposes. They have a couple certification tracks that I've gone through myself in the past, level 1 and level 2 certifications. And basically what they do is they just kind of test your knowledge in terms of using the tools for educational purposes. What I like about them is that they are super practical. They give you examples and training and resources related to our job in education. So using the tools in an appropriate manner for the different tasks that we would do on a day-to-day. So super great practical certifications here. And we have a limited number of codes that we can give away for free. Normally there's a nominal charge for taking these exam codes, but we have the opportunity to grab some of them for free. So fill out that link, fill in the request. That'll close within the next week or so. But take advantage of that as you can. Can be a good resume booster for sure. But again, it's also just super practical. Can't speak more highly of it as a certification test. And then the third opportunity I want to mention to you is the option of doing a wireless projection beta test. It's one of the most requested features that we've had really as long as I can remember, about the idea of, hey, can I wirelessly project my screen to interactive whiteboard or a projector? And we've always looked into options as a technology department, and unfortunately the idea and the technology never really came together until potentially now. We have a company we work with that is giving us the opportunity to test out the platform. And what it'll be is a little hardware device that you can hook up to the interactive whiteboard as another input, and it can be a wireless projection receiver. Very limited quantities of testing for this, but it's an option to basically sign up, try it out for the remainder of the school year once we get them. Give us your feedback on it, and then it's very possible we can keep them after it goes. If it doesn't go well, we can certainly return the devices as well. But if that's of interest to you, if you don't mind being a little bit of a guinea pig and helping us out to test them out in real world situations, fill out the form that's in the newsletter to request being part of this, and then we'll see what we can do. All right, and then the last kind of new thing I want to talk about is just a Classwize focus feature. Classwize is that platform that allows us to monitor student devices that are in your classroom, set up an additional filter rules, and do a lot of helpful things in terms of keeping an eye on our classes. The focus feature is something they've had for a while where you can kind of focus attention on your class. They've added some new features in that focus mode, though, where you can select individual students to focus. You can add, remove students from that focus session much more easily now, and then you can even pause students while they're in the focus mode too now. So some really helpful features that I'd love for you to play around with. Let us know how you like them, and then we'll continue to see what the company does to give us more tools from there. But I know we have a great relationship with them, and it's a great tool to use. So hopefully you enjoy those new updates as well. And then again, I know I went through a lot of different things in this newsletter here. Never hesitate to ask questions via that support ticket system. Say, hey, Brian said something in that newsletter that I don't really remember. I don't quite get it. Here's a question about it. You're always welcome to do that. Or if you just want to book a training session, either remote or in person, to review any of this stuff, we're more than happy to do that as well. So take care, enjoy the month of April, and we'll see you next time.